All right. Hello, everyone. Shalom, everybody. I hope my voice coming good and clear. We are live again today in Rumble, YouTube, and Discord. So if there is any Muslim would like to join us soon, I'm not going to stay here for long today. I have some work to do. But, I said to myself, if I can go live for maybe half hour, 1 hour, maybe less than an hour, why not? If you see the title in YouTube, actually, in Rumble, the Muslims, they make a lot of videos about Allah is talking or talking to Allah. Talking to Allah. So if you go on YouTube and you type talking to Allah, you will find a lot of videos. Talk to Allah like this, and he will answer you. The funny is that Muhammad himself, he never spoke to Allah. So why Allah will answer any Abdul? Is that a fiction movie? Talk to Allah. Big sign that Allah want to guide you. Really? There is a big sign or small sign? I know, I thought everything in Islam is destiny, which means the Quran says, Allah guide who he will, and he deceive who he will. So there's no need to be happy about it. He made decision already before he created you. This guy here talking to Allah. And look, he is in the stage, and look at the lighting behind him. It's like, the convention center for the Democrat. What is missing is a bunch of belly dancers talking to Allah. All right. Let us see if people in Discord can see my screen now. Can you see my screen, guys? You see it? All right. All of those, they talk to Allah. Two sign Allah talking to you. Muslims, did Allah ever spoke to Muhammad? Did Allah spoke ever to any Muslim? You fool yourself with those videos and those speeches, but those guys themselves, who they are telling you about Allah talking to you, speaking to Allah, they never heard Allah. Muhammad himself never heard the thought of Allah. So what talking to Allah mean? Any Muslim? Trust Allah, he is in control. It's obvious. Is that why Muhammad died by poison? And yet Muhammad, he says Allah will protect him. And he told the women, Allah will not allow you to kill me. And later she was able to kill him. Allah is in control. Who is a Muslim would like to join us? We don't want to waste your time, Muslims, but I'm sure you have answers for all those things. Is it true what they say in YouTube? Is that true? Those videos? Or those, just making money from the foolish of you? Anyone? My point was that who is J? It is a Sneeko and Abdul Lantern. Sneeko now is something big. Sneeko, the guy who don't even have high school. And this guy Lantern, we went to his channel, his potato kid coward. He run like a chicken. I mean, I don't blame him. He's just a kid. He knew that if he speak to me, he will be in big trouble. In fact, when I went in his channel, he said it clearly, it's recorded in my Rumble, he said it clearly that Muhammad is an evil doer, and he is, let me remember the word, not only evil doer, he is dal, and no guidance for him. Because he was explaining the word dal. He said, this is what dal mean. You can go to my YouTube, to my Rumble, you will find it. Do we have any Abdul would like to join us? The cosmic design of Allah. Your God don't even know where the sperm is coming from. Just yesterday we asked Abdul, how come people they ask Allah, how many are they, the seven sleepers? I mean, they just gave you the answer. But because the potato, Muhammad, he don't dare to say, because he was afraid, he's not sure. I mean, this is a very famous story. It's a fiction story about seven Christians who, because of their faith, they went to the cave, running away from a king, and then they slept for more than 300 years. And, you know, an angel, he opened his... It's a fiction story. And as usual, Muhammad, he copied any fiction story and he put it in his book. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to tell us anything about Allah? Clean your heart. Are you kidding me? This is why you Muslims drink camel urine. Isn't it this is why you drink camel urine? To clean your heart? And to go to heaven? All right? Clean your heart. Muhammad SAW. They can't even say his name without adding a bunch of titles. Guidance on maintaining a pure heart. Muhammad, he have a pure heart when he go to his own son wife, and he flirt with the wife and he boom her when she is married to his son. He have a pure heart. And when he is 54 years old and he want to have sex with a child, she is 6 years old. I mean, the guy, his heart is so pure. What you can say about it? Allah's special people, emotional. Look, this guy is crying. Too much onion. Allah have a special people like who? Hamas? Or Aisha? She killed thousands of Muslims. All Muslims are very special. Who can deny that? I mean, look at those videos. Look at this guy. This guy, he sent pictures of himself naked. Nu'man Khan, promising girls to marry them. Then one of them, she told him, you know, she discovered that he was playing her, you know. So she started posting his text messages in WhatsApp, you know. But anyway, Allah is all merciful. Prophet Yusuf and to Musa's, listen to the children. What does that mean? Age at the age of 1 day old? You marry girls at the age of 6. What do you mean, children's? Oh boy. Life before Islam. This woman before Islam, she used to drink beer. After Islam, she eat shit. She drink camel urine. You see those, you know, they want to make videos. 6.5 millions. She was a bad woman before Islam. After Islam, she became officially getting paid for sex. Let us continue. What is that? Costa Rica vacation? All right, time to go to Costa Rica. Musa AS. What is that? Why you are insulting? How come? Okay. Musa AS asking Allah SWT about Adam AS. Is that like a FBI secret code or something? What the heck is that, Muslims? SEMOPOU. What the hell? All right. Egyptian Sheikh admit Muhammad is Allah himself. Okay, this is a video made by Christians. This is how you can directly talk to Allah. Teredem. Good Sabrinth. I told you don't call me. Zakir Naik, I'm calling Allah. What are you doing there? First of all, you are not calling Allah. And secondly, Allah don't have telephone. Abdul, are you kidding me? So how Allah talked to Muhammad? Christian friends, I said to everybody before, you are ignorant. Prophet Muhammad never spoke to Allah. So how he got the Quran? I told you, you are an ignorant. He got the Quran by the squeezing. By what? Squeezing. Say it again and get one-way ticket to Afghanistan. Squeezing. Why you squeeze it too much in your tongue? Give a breath. And the Jibreel is squeeze the Prophet Muhammad. You Muslims, what are you talking about? Talking to Allah. Muhammad could not talk to Allah. Are you serious? So if Allah talking to you, can talk to you, how come he don't want to talk to Muhammad? Why he sent the Quran by the angel Jibreel, the pizza boy? How is Jibreel doing? The power of what? Riyadahu. I don't know what this word. This is Arabic supposedly. Riyadahu. What? And what is that, you know, in the head? This is Allah. And what is in the top of you? It sounds like a Sadguru. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh boy. Beautiful Islamic call for prayer. And this is the same call you do it when you slaughter people? Oh boy. Talk to Allah and look, he's giving him fingers. Do we have any Muslim who would like to join us? Who is a Muslim ever? He heard Allah. You Muslims, you never heard Allah. Nobody of you saw Allah. You never heard even a fart of Allah. And all those videos are fabrication. Allah plan. Allah have a plan? That's good. Good to know. What is the plan? To make your penis endless? Any Muhammadan? Muhammadan, I'm not staying today for long. So if you like to join us, you know, get your opportunity. You can easily destroy me. Anyone? I mean, you Muslims can refute anybody. You have answer for anything. Like Muhammad, they ask him how many are they, the 7 sleepers. Even that one he could not answer. And until now we are waiting for the answer. How many there are, the 7 sleepers? I mean, they gave him the number. Still he cannot do it. Surah 5 Al-Ma'idah. This is called supposedly after Jesus' miracle of feeding, you know, in the Bible the story is so different about the fish and bread. In the Muhammad story, the disciple of Jesus, they are so much love food. So they asked Jesus to ask Allah to send them like a table full of food. So Allah, he sent them 7 whales, each whale inside a loaf of a bread. Is that a true miracle, Muslims? And the disciple of Jesus finished them all. 7 whales. Who you think the one who ate the most of the whales? Peter? Are you sure not 7 salmon? Whales. And each one is inside a loaf of a bread. True story. Yeah. Everything is true story. Allah will make a way out for you. Tawakkul. Tawakkul, which means like we depend on Allah. This is why the Malay is screwed up. Okay, when you want to fix the electricity, Assalamu alaikum, electric company. Tawakkal ala Allah, we will fix it. Right? This is why nothing is fixed. Can God talk to me? Seriously. Shabir Ali, are you serious? Any Muslim? Allah speak to the sad person. The poor Muhammad, he was suffering from poison, dying. He vomit everything, and Allah don't care. At the last day of his life, he asked the Muslim to give him a paper to write something important for them. And he said, bring me a paper and a pen. I will write for you something. You will never get lost after it. They said, don't give him anything. This guy is an idiot. He's got crazy. Muslims, am I lying? Umar al-Khattab, he says, قَدْ هَجَرَ الرَّسُولُ قَدْ هَجَرَ Muhammad, which means he lost his mind. So in the last hours of his life, or the last days, the Muslim, they dump him like a trash. And the Prophet can guide you. Anyone? Let us see the next one. Truly rely on Allah. No problem. Look at Hamas. They are relying on Allah. Yeah. May Allah destroy Israel. Oh, okay. Allah, He sent the bomb on us instead of Israel. Okay. May Allah make them shish kebab. Ooh. 20 of Hamas may become hummus. All right. Allah conversation with us. Really? Allah, He converse with you Muslims? Who is a Muslim can confirm those fictions, lies in your videos? Anyone? Guys, you are not inviting. I'm not going to stay here for long, by the way. Yeah, I have some work to do. I have not even cleaned my dishes yet. You know, speaking of dishes, the Shia, they have a lot of stories. According to the Shia, that Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad, which is not really his daughter, but anyway, they believe it's his daughter. They believe this is the only daughter he has. The rest are from Khadija. But I believe all of them, they are not from him. So anyway, once a Muslim, he wanted to see what Fatima is doing. So he looked at a hole in the door of her house. You know, the old days, like, you know, they have like a small yard, you know, and there is maybe a room or two. So this guy, he put his eye on the door. He found somebody washing dishes, but he cannot see his hands or his body. The dishes is being washed. And he saw the baby of Fatima, somebody shaking him, but he did not see the hand or the person. He could not believe it. So he asked, she told him, Jibreel, he wash my dishes, he do the laundry. And the other angel, he shake the baby. So, any Muslim can tell us if this is a true story? Jibreel is changing the diaper for the Hussein? That's a good job. Oh, there is a video about an angel, his name Futros. I mean, the name alone, if you speak Arabic, you would die laughing. Futros, this is a Shia story, not Muslim Sunni story. Let me see if I can find it in English. Hold on. That would be hilarious. Futros. The story of angel Fut. I found it in English. Guys, I found it in English. Hold on. I thought we can find it only in Arabic. It turned to be no. It became famous in English. Look at this. The story of Angel Futros and the birth of Imam Hussein. If you go down a little bit, it says here, Angel Fatros refused wilaya of Ali. So Allah, he broke his wings. Wilaya mean the command of Ali. So this is an angel, his name is Fatros, brothers and sisters. Look at the Sheikh is talking. I wish I can play, but you know, they will make copyright claim. And so you can search it yourself and you can watch it and die laughing from the stupidity of this religion. So Fatros, when Ali became the caliphate, he refused. He's an angel. He said, I don't vote for Ali. What? What are you doing? The other angel said to him, Habibi, what are you doing? You cannot do that, Fatros. Jibreel spoke to him, don't do that, Fatros. So Allah, he broke his wings and he sent him to a small island. But hold on, I skip actually part of the story. So Fatros, Allah, he said to him, either I punish you now or I punish you in the day of judgment. Which one you want? The angel, he said, no, 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 not judgment day, punish me now, Allah. So Allah broke his wings and he dumped him in an island. Most likely it is Cyprus. And this angel, he was there for thousands of years. Broken wings, he cannot fly, and he lived in the island like a chicken. One day, Fatros, he heard noise in the sky. And he saw the angels flying. So he said, what happened? Did the day of judgment come? They said, no, it is not the day of judgment. But today the prophet, the grandson, is born. Fatros, he said, please, 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 I want to go with you. I want to shake his bed. They said, we will talk to Allah and see if he can forgive you. And then Allah, he forgave the angel for the sake of Al-Hussein. And he sent the angel Fatros, and his job is just to move his wings to keep him cool. Any Abdul? Any Abdul? True stories. I mean, even the grandsons of Muhammad. Look, Muhammad, the angels never clean his dishes, but his grandsons, he got the free fan. The angels moved their wings. Oh boy. Any Muhammadan? Who is Fatros, the angel of Farshita? Oh boy, oh boy. Imam Hussein and the angel Jibreel. Who is this guy? Look like he is a scumbag. He is one of those who kiss the ass of Muslims, and he claimed that he is a Christian. So they are saying his name, Father Christopher Closey. Nice to meet you. Obviously, he's an idiot. Liar. Photo angel, the first angel walk on earth. True story. Real angel appear above Budapest, Hungary. Yeah. Jibreel become a cheerleader for Al-Hussein. Was he wearing a skirt? Oh boy. Any Abdul? Anyone? And look at the flying stuff. Amazing, amazing. No Muhammadan? There is no Muhammadan. Imam Hussein as Or Fitros, Angel, Alama, Zamir. How are you doing, Zamir? I mean, your name alone is a story. Look the sheikh, what he have in the front of him. Look at the table. They got a table from the kitchen. Ahlul Bayt. Oh boy, let us go back to the Sunni.
Out of his own good deeds.
Hold on. Yeah, this guy, his video from the last time, this guy was being asked about having a dog at your home. I mean, this is the religion, can have answer for anything. In fact, this guy today, he posts something, I don't know if you saw it, I posted on YouTube, about shaving your vagina in a Friday. Do you receive reward? Oh, really? Well, this religion is really mentally ill.
A dog for hunting or guarding, then each day.
We have an idiot, he keep talking about white and black. I mean, stupid people are really, the racist people, they are so much obsessed with color. Why you are being stupid and obsessed with the color? What's wrong with you? Doesn't matter what a human being color is a human being. Only stupid racists, they speak of color. You see, I don't mind if somebody say, I saw a white man stealing a car, because there is white, there's a black, there is Asian, to describe the guy so the police they can find him fast. Or a black guy, or an Asian guy. But those who they are so obsessed, I mean, we are not even talking about colors. Right away he come and he speak about colors. Because simply they are mentally ill. Like their Philistine prophet, he is obsessed with the white supremacist. Anyway. Do we have any Abdul? If you have a dog, you have a problem.
Out of his own good deeds, Allah will erase and deduct the weight of Mount Uhud of good deeds, of hasanat.
That's it.
A friend of mine, a relative actually, who has a chihuahua in his house. And so many times our relatives tried to give him advice, and he said, oh, it's cute, it's lovely, it's this, it's that. So I said to him, listen, do you have enough good deeds every single day that would equal Mount Uhud in hasanat? He said, not even 1/10 of that. I said to him, then in this case, you're in debt.
For sure, you have a chihuahua. Allah is going to be so upset. Any Muhammadan? Do you see? Flying carpet, drinking the camel urine, eating the shit of the camel of Aisha, drinking the penis water of Muhammad, fighting over his laundry, and now the chihuahua. Nothing left. If you have a chihuahua, you are in trouble. Who is a Muslim? He want to tell us why Allah will be upset if you have a chihuahua. As long as nobody want to talk about Allah is talking to us. Do you think Allah will not talk to us no more if we have a chihuahua? According to the story, the angel Jibreel, he came to give Muhammad Quran, but he could not get in, and the Quran delayed for many days. Muhammad, he could not understand why he did not come. It turned to be there is a dead dog under the bed of Muhammad. And the funny is, how in the world there's a dead dog under your bed and you did not smell it? If a mice die inside the house, will make the house smell stinky. And it's a mice. Dead dog, how bad the smell of the house of Muhammad. Any Muhammadan? Anyone have a chihuahua here? To be honest with you, I don't like those Chihuahua. I find them very stupid dogs. In fact, I find all those, I mean, even the cute ones, I don't find there is a need for them. They are even smart. You know. Chihuahua. Any Abdul? Go to J. Dyer's stream. He is debating with Dawah guy. Who is this guy? Same time, I don't like the title of the video. Somebody put it here. Catholic, Roman Catholic, you know, anyone. He put those titles, I don't go to his channel. The second you put Roman Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox, I have no place there. No matter who. Yeah, you can have open debate without saying Catholic and Protestant and Orthodox. What is that? And how you mix those names with the Muslims? What does that mean? What is the purpose of saying Roman Catholic? What are you trying to? You want to debate who? Those kind of titles are not my kind of a Christian talk. You see, when the Muslims, they see us dividing ourselves, how they can even respect you? You're like them. We are laughing, look, we are laughing at the Shia and the Sunni, but you are doing the same. So what people they did, sadly, they abandoned the name of a Christ, so they don't want to call themselves Christian no more. So they call themselves those titles, which those titles have nothing to do with Christianity. Did Jesus told you to call yourself Roman Catholic? Did he? Or Protestant? Are you protesting what? Free Palestine? I mean, all those names, Orthodox, what is this? But you know, the devil, he knew how to divide you. You remember the Quran in chapter 5:14, Allah, aka Muhammad, the devil, he said, I will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians. And many Christians, they work for Allah, but they don't know, they are ignorant. Any Abdul? Who's Abdul want to join us? Jesus' teaching was called the way. Well, the Bible have one name for us, Christians, Christians, Christians. That's it. Christians. Do you have a better name than the name of Christ to be called with? Which one is better to be called, Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox, or Christian? Which means you belong to Christ. Which one is the honorable one? Stop being foolish. Yeah. Anyone spread division, I don't even want to shake hands with him. Anyway, any Abdul? Anyone? Orthodox mean correct worship. So, do you call yourself correct worship? It doesn't even make sense. You call yourself first Christian. And then you say I'm correct. Anyway, I don't know. Oh boy. My parents are Bible Arabic has the word Allah. What? Why would they do that? Because simply they live under the Islamic occupation for 14 centuries. And when the Arabic translation, in fact, if you check the translation, the most popular one, 2 Muslims and 2 Christians, they translate the Bible, which means your book translated by Muslims. And until now, many, they are still using it. Imagine, they invited Muslims to potatoes. Potatoes. The earth is full of donkeys. What I can say. Any Abdul? You're driving your truck? Okay. Well, I'm not staying long today. I have some work to do. Maybe 10 minutes more. And then I have to go. I have, 4 wives, as you know. And today is, let me ask which one turn. Usually I like, I like 4 in the same day, But today I don't feel like, it's just 1. Or maybe 1.5, I'm not sure. Any Abdul? No, this time in the day is not the time where usually you find Abdul. I have to come earlier or more late maybe. This is too early maybe. We will see. Yeah, especially they are kids, 6 years old, the first wife. The second wife is 6 years old and 2 months. The third wife is 6 years old and 7 months, So, like, you don't know how to make food. Yeah, that's why I'm saying half wife. The 4 of them, they will make 1. Any Abdul? Pervert religion. If there is any Arabic Bible without Allah, yeah, there is, but you need to look for it. Actually, I used to have a link for it, but I need. But anyway, if you want you yourself, you can fix it. You can download the translation and make it a Word document, and you can take all the Allah, make it Lord, Rabb, take it off. Just look for the word Allah, replace one click, bingo, imprinted. Any Abdul? We have Abduls in Discord, but they are not, they don't want to join us. Because Jibreel did not give them permission. Which is very understood. I understand if I am, Jibreel. You have to squeeze them first. The mayonnaise religion. Any Muhammadan? I wanted to be a prophet, by the way, but I said to Allah, you know what, if the thing starts with squeezing by a guy, I don't want it. If it's a girl, okay. Like instead of sending me Angel Jibreel, and he is a guy coming as a man, what about you send me Angela? like something pretty, you know, like, you know, and she squeezed me to read, you know. And for sure, I will never learn how to read, so I can get more squeezed. Like, you know, those, you know, beautiful hur from the heaven, they come to me every day and they squeeze me. I mean, the guy, he squeezed Muhammad without saying, excuse me. Right away, he starts squeezing the guy. I mean, this is very gay. And the funny is, Muhammad never said to him, stop touching me. You like it. I mean, how in the world a guy, you don't even know who, shouldn't you ask him, who are you? Remember, the guy is coming as a guy, you know, not as an angel. He did not tell him anything. He looked like a man, and he starts squeezing Muhammad. However, as long Allah, He listened to us as the Muslim, they say, I don't mind to become a prophet part-time. Muslim prophet part-time. Because I want to do Christian prince in the other time, you know. So in one time, a Muslim prophet, look at this guy, look at this at his eyes. Yeah. To truly rely on Allah. Is that why Muhammad died by the poison? 4 years suffering? Because he relied on Allah? Any Abdul? All right. No, I don't know. I mean, I saw this video. That's why I decided to name it this way. It says talking to Allah, you know, talk to Allah. And as I know, Muhammad himself never spoke to Allah. How you talk to Allah? Talk to Allah like this. Christian Prince, you are so stupid and ignorant. Allah is not a bird. Oh, okay. I don't know. Sorry, I thought he's a bird or something. Christian Prince, Allah is not a bird. Okay, hold on. But isn't it Allah, He said that the Shaheed, the murderer, like Hamas, Al-Qaeda, ICE, when they die, Allah will make them a green bird? Exactly. So, if they are a green bird, how Allah talk to them? Allah speak all languages. So why you said to me, stupid, a second ago, I spoke like a bird. You said to me, Allah don't talk like that. What's wrong with you? Let me talk to Allah. What are you doing? Hey, I'm doing hunting. Maybe Allah will show His head and shoot him in the head. This is what I do with the birds. Allah is not even coming. Any Abdul? Any Abdul? Somebody posting a website for Arabic Bible, but be careful, guys, when you open the link, you know. Be sure you have a good secure system. Any Abdul? Okay, today we have no customers. What we can do? You know, sometimes I feel like I'm a prophet of Islam. You know, like you walk in the street, you see a woman wearing short skirt. In a minute, I become a Muslim prophet. My eyes is there. Subhanallah. You know? Yeah, I mean, it's not true. Being a Muslim prophet is decent. It's the right way to live. You never even look up. You keep looking down. Any Abdul? Yeah? Do you see news? Bin Salman hunting Salafi? Well, this guy is hunting them from a long time because it's not because about Islam. You know, those people, they don't care for religion. They care how to control the country, you know. Yeah. Did you see the Israeli attack on the Baalbek in Lebanon, close to the Syrian border? And like they destroy a warehouse of rockets. Man, it was like a firework. Beautiful. I like it. Few Palestinians even supporting Hamas. The Christians. Well, you know, those people, they are poor people. They live between Hamas. What do you want them to do? They don't dare to say, you know, they don't dare. Just don't, you know, I mean, I can judge the priest of them, but those are poor people. They are living under the control of those filthy Hamas. Do you dare even to say I don't agree with you? You want to know what they believe? Just give them freedom, protection, you will see. If me, myself, if I live in the Middle East, can I say any of the words I'm saying now? You know the answer. I will be dead in 2 seconds. Any Abdul? All right, not too many people here today. I'm not going to keep you long, guys. I just wanted to say hello. And Allah want to talk to me. But Allah now, he is busy in the bathroom. I asked him a question. I made a mistake. I asked him a question. How many are they, the 7 sleepers? Since then, I never saw his face. Not even his bum. Or Algerian, African, or Arabs. Those are, you know, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt. Originally, for sure, they have nothing to do with the Arab. However, since the Arab invasion, they were mixed. Because the Arab, they came, they raped their women. They forced, you know, Islam into the land. However, in Morocco and Algeria, there is a certain ethnic groups, or even Tunisia, like Amazigh. Amazigh are not Arab. They used to have a queen when Islam came, and they are white. You know, they are white. And the reason they are white simply because they are mixed. You know, remember all this territory used to be occupied by the Roman. All this area was occupied before by European. So this is why they are white. They are not really African. If you look at the people of Tunisia or etc., they are very mixed. So they are like maybe in like long time ago, Africa was totally just African, black African. But since the white European, they live in that land for long time, you know. Like, as an example, there is very famous occasions and stories about Tunisia ruled by the Roman. Alexandria, you know, the city of Alexandria built by Alexander the Great. So there is history. When you will be in your next friendly talk? Well, this is a friendly. Are we fighting? Listen, I can make it more friendly than this. See? That is a friendly talk. Yeah. I know what you mean. But, you know, just yesterday, Sunday, any Christian want to join us? Few only join us. You know, the funny that they keep asking me when we want to talk, call you. I say, okay, who want to talk, call? No, nobody call. They give me a headache. All right, guys, look like today we have no customers. Nothing much. and I'm really busy. I have, some work to do. I really apologize. Today is what? Today is a Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday is a women day. Women, they meet each other. Why women they meet in Wednesday? Anyone knows? Why Wednesday is a women day? What the point of this? Something fishy, when those women, we need to watch them carefully. Maybe they are planning a conspiracy against us men in Wednesday. Maybe they meet together to decide what they do with us, like to get rid of us or something from our species, in Wednesday. Those women are dangerous. High heels. They meet together. It's Wednesday around the world. Around the world, women, they meet Wednesday. Something very fishy. Yeah. You don't know that? Guys, some women do not know that women, they meet in Wednesday? Seriously? Is that like only in some countries, not everywhere? No. I thought all women around the world, they meet in Wednesday. You see, Carol, she said she didn't know about that. I got it. She's trying to hide the conspiracy they are doing against us. Like, we don't know about it. Like, like we have ever heard, like, supposedly, like, we are ignorant, they are lying to us, like, no, this is not, I never heard of this before. Yeah, well, they are preparing for something. Look what they did to Joe Biden. Nancy Pelosi met with Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, Bing, the guy is flying, is gone. A president is gone, his history. Just wait. And they met in Wednesday. Go check the date. Go check which day Joe Biden, he did announce himself he is leaving, the election. I'm telling you. Any Abdul? All right, guys, there's no Abdul. What I can do, I cannot stay here without customers. Man, like customers come first. No customers, I better go and do something useful. Yeah, go hunting. No, you want Muslims, All right, I'm not going to keep you long. I want to say thank you guys for being here. And we are waiting for the Muslims maybe next time to tell us how Allah talked to them. I say to you Muslims, you are lying, big deal. Allah never spoke to any one of you. He never even spoke to Muhammad, not even once. Not even a second. Big fat lie. So you fool people and you say to them, Allah speak to you, and all the madness and all the lies. Stop lying. Your God does not even exist. I cannot even say the word deaf. Your God does not exist. How you can talk to someone does not exist? Exist. English is funny, huh? Exist. Man, it's so sound like Zionist. Man. Yeah, today I posted in there's a guy, his name is Andy. This guy, he hate the Jews, he support Hamas. So I saw an article about him. He used to be a congressman. So I went to his X account and I gave him some potatoes. Potato. Yeah, I know someone raised his hand, but he is not a Muslim. All right, guys. I want to say thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon again. Maybe in the weekend. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe Friday. Maybe Thursday. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe. Depend on the guardian of Allah. If Allah talk to me, he say, CP, come and spank me, I will be here right away. Depend. Remember, Allah in control. Allah is all in control. So if Allah in control, that's it. It's not me who choose the time. I don't know. Allah in control. Allah, he say like CP, you don't want to spank me today? You know, his ass, you miss it. So because Allah in control, we leave it for Allah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here. And until I see you again, God is good. So is Jesus. I mean, take care. Bye-bye.